Where were you in 1974 in life? Where were you?
I'd been married 2 years and I'd moved to Lowton, to a new house that was a new bungalow that was being built then for us. So again, it was a case of getting on the bus because I didn't drive and we only had the one car. And so I'd worked in Wigan before marriage and carried on working there.
And what was your job?
I was senior secretary, senior shorthand typist in the Borough Engineers Department of Wigan Borough.
And can you describe what is shorthand?
Shorthand, we used to have to be, you didn't have dictaphones until later on. So people used to dictate all the letters and email, what would be emails now, interdepartmental messages, contracts and things like that would all be dictated. And we had used Pitman's shorthand, which you were taught at college, and each symbol represented a sound. So you would join words together using the sounds and the strokes.
You still know shorthand?
Yeah, and I still write it without thinking about it sometimes. If I'm drafting a letter, and then I show it to my husband and he said, I can't make head and tail of that. I realised then that I've used shorthand. Because everything then was before computers, and you used them instead, shorthand, and then you typed it all out on a typewriter with carbon copies, because you couldn't just print it like you do on a computer now.
Do you remember the computerisation of council systems coming into play during your career?
Well, it's when I went back to become a registrar. I had to buy a pen, and we used to write it. This was 1979. Other places were using computers by then, but the registrar system wasn't at that time. We handwrote everything. And within 12 months, we went computerised, which I thought I'd given up my typing days, but then we became computerised. So that was, yeah.
Did it take a while to get used to?
Even then you didn't have interconnected with other people. We used to do it within the office, but then we used to have to put it on a floppy disk at the end of the week and post it down to Southampton for it to be computerised there. Completely different to now. For a start, a lot of people, I don't think there was such a thing as maternity leave. So basically, the ladies who were there either hadn't got family or had got older children and gone back to work. That sort of thing, the progression, as I say, admin jobs, like heads of department, I don't think there were very few women who were in charge of things like that. The promotion wasn't the same, I don't think, as it is now. Okay. Yeah.
So if a woman started a family, she would leave work?
Yeah, that was the norm. And that's what I did, yeah. Because there wasn't the childcare. Perhaps your family might have helped, but again, if you're not driving yourself, which I wasn't, you didn't have the time to drop somebody off, a baby off and then get to work and work full time. So it was like the logistics of it, really, that it just didn't work the same as it does now.
Okay. Obviously you retired much later than 1974. Did you notice the situation change for women from that point up to the point at which you retired?
Oh yeah, completely different. Well, the childcare as much as anything. People just had maternity leave and came back when they were ready. And their job was still there and the security was still there for them while they were off looking after the newborn babies, which wasn't there when we were having our children. And people, I think, travel further now to the jobs because most people have cars or transport better system. Yeah.